Chris Godinez, licensed professional counselor, also the host of We Need to Talk on every Sunday at noon, and then I post it up to Facebook, you know what I mean. Anyway, this video is for educational and informational purposes only. If you feel you need a therapist, please go to Google, type in therapy, your city, Psychology Today will pop up, click on that, and it will have qualified therapists in your area. Also, the views and opinions stated herein are mine and mine alone. They do not represent the ACA, the APA, or any other damn therapist for that matter. Boom, shakalaka, done. Okay. I don't have a whole lot of time tonight because I've got another client coming in. Well, coming on to the telehealth thing. I'm never going to get used to that. Anyway, okay, so here are the questions. Is it common for narcissistic or borderline personality disordered parents to custodially interfere with the other parent's rights? Yes, absolutely. It's called parental alienation. They do it all the time. Men do it, women do it, the whole shebang. So what you want to do is you want to document as much as you possibly can the interference. You want to prove that they are violating the court orders. You absolutely want to take them back to court. It can be a really tough row to hoe. I was just having this conversation with several different clients today. Depending on the state and depending on the laws and depending on all sorts of stuff, some of the courts are open to listening to things about that, and a lot of the courts are not. And here's the thing. Judges don't get trained in psychology. They don't. They do not understand personality disorders, and a lot of them have got personality disorders. So it's a real crapshoot when you go through family court. So yes, it is very common with personality disordered parents to interfere custodially with the other parent's time, or they withhold the children, they do all sorts of parental alienation, that whole thing. Sometimes it's a good idea to go demand a psych eval. Other times the judges won't even weigh that, which I'm sitting here going, how in the holy hell can you not weigh a psych eval that's saying that this person is disordered and disturbed and is in fact intentionally doing this? And there's a lot of times when they get a psych eval done, you find out not only do they have a personality disorder, that oftentimes they also have antisocial personality disorder and some other issue going on. So yeah, it's crazy. And here's my thing, guys. I firmly believe the family court system needs to be revamped. It needs to be mandatory. The judges have got training in personality disorders. They need to understand the manipulations that are going on. They need to understand, they need to recognize when somebody is using the court system to punish the spouse. And they do that because they want to bankrupt the other person. So yeah, it is very common. And if you want to affect change, my suggestion would be you start writing the heck out of senators and representatives, and you demand change. You demand it. It needs to be changed. They need to be trained in personality disorders. If they're going to be doing family court, they need to understand that 99.9999999% of the cases that they are going to see is going to involve a disordered person. So there that is. Okay, 2. Sarcasm. So sarcasm and I was just kidding, okay? That's passive aggressive. That is the sign of an abuser. So abusers will say the most horrible things and then go, I was just kidding. No, they weren't kidding. They were absolutely 100% true in what they just said, and they're trying to cover their tracks. So sarcasm, snarkiness, passive aggressiveness, those are the realms of narcissists. They do that to cover their tracks so they can be like, oh, you're too sensitive. I was just kidding. Anybody who tells you you're too sensitive, you need to peace out as quick as possible because you are not too sensitive. You have a right to your emotions. But narcissists love to tell their targets, you're too sensitive. Oh, I was just kidding. Oh, well, can't you take sarcasm? Can't you take a joke? If it's hurting your feelings, it's not a joke. So, excuse me, allergies. Anyway, so yeah, it's sarcasm, snarkiness, passive aggressive. Those are all red flags, so watch out for them. How do you deal with flying monkeys who are accusing you of your mother's bad health condition? Well, first of all, you don't respond to them. You owe them nothing. You owe them goose egg. So flying monkeys are people who like to stir the pot. They're maybe not the narcissist, but they're sent by the narcissist. And so they're trying to stir the pot. And, you know, they can say whatever they want, you know, let them, and just don't respond. You're going to gray rock them. You're going to give them nothing. You're going to give them nothing. You owe them no explanation. You know, if the narcissist is having health problems, guess who's the adult in this situation? That would be them, and they would be needing to take care of that. So it always amazes me how the narcissist will not take care of themselves, will intentionally not handle the diabetes or the heart condition or whatever, and then they end up failing in health, and they're pointing the finger at all that you should have made me eat better. You should have made me exercise. You should have fill in the blank. It's not the kid's job. It's not even the spouse's job. It's the person's job to take care of themselves. It's called personal goddamn fucking responsibility. Learn it. Live it. Jesus Christ. It just pisses me off because they do that. They try to blame the kids, the grandkids, the spouse, the neighbor next door, the lamppost down the street, whatever the fuck turns on their little weirdness. But they never take personal responsibility. They are ultimately responsible for their own health, period. Period. And if a flying monkey comes around and tries to stir the pot or wants to know why, or you're the problem, you block their ass. And you make it very clear, you are never to contact me again. And if you do, I will consider it harassment and I will have a restraining order put on you, period. So don't play around with these people. You owe them nothing. You owe them nothing. Goose egg. Okay. Can you talk about how to handle a mother who is constantly trying to force large sums of money onto you? I got independent and now she's trying to force it. Okay. You can't stop them. They're going to try to force it and you just keep saying no and you keep not taking it, because here's the thing. The money has got strings attached. Guarantee it. So narcissists love to infantilize their children. They love to, one of the two, they either parentify them or they infantilize them. And so one of the ways to infantilize them is to make them financially dependent or to owe the parent. So, oh, I gave you all this money, so you need to take care of me in my old age. You know, you owe me, blah, blah, blah. So again, fear, obligation, ooh, hi, Scotty, or guilt. No, 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 no. If you are feeling fear, obligation, or guilt, that is a toxic relationship. Run. Do not walk to the nearest exit. So they're going to do whatever they're going to do, but you just keep refusing it. And thank you very much. I appreciate it, but you need it more than I do. Thanks. Bye. And you just keep refusing it. Do not accept it because it will have strings attached. Guaranteed. Okay. I feel depressed and I am struggling with tackling chores. Any advice? Okay. So when we get depressed, if it's any kind of depression, but clinical depression is where we just can't get up out of bed. We can't shower. We don't take care of ourselves. We've lost joy in activities that we normally would have enjoyed, etc. Situational depression, it kind of is like that, but it's temporary. It doesn't last for months on end. So with tackling chores, that's a hard one, because if we had abusive parents that made us wrong for not doing it right, or who made us wrong for, you know, having a mess or whatever, we tend to look at chores as something that's cringeworthy, that we don't want to do because we're afraid of being punished. So you've got to start taking it in small chunks. Instead of looking at the whole room, pick one thing, you know. Start with that one chore. See how it goes. Reward yourself, you know. Remind yourself you're not a kid anymore. You're not going to get punished. There is no perfect. There's good enough. So you take it smaller instead, because a lot of times what ends up happening is we view a chore, we view like cleaning the house, right? And we go, oh my God, there's so much. I can't clean the whole house. It's crazy. Well, of course, our mind starts making it worse than it really is. So what you do is, okay, I am only going to do this one chore. One chore. That's it. And then you finish that chore and then, okay, wow, that wasn't too bad. I'm going to tackle another chore. And then you just take it one chore at a time. You know, seriously. And that's how you keep from getting overwhelmed, is you do one little thing at a time. And then you move on to the next, and then the next, and then the next. So there's that. Okay. I believe I have some borderline traits, and after leaving my narcissistic ex, even though I am glad to be out of the abuse, I still feel like I am missing the meaning and the stability I felt with him. You need to get with a really good DBT therapist. So here's the deal. That was not stability. That was not meaning. That was an illusion. So you would be wise to work on your self-esteem, your own boundaries, and working on emotional stability. So you are your own power core, okay? Because you're looking outside at him going, other esteem, other esteem, other esteem. I felt safer, better, stabler, whatever with this other person. No, no, no. You need to feel that way with you. So that means get with a good DBT therapist, start working on emotional regulation, start working on self-esteem, start working on any past traumas, start working on boundaries, the disease to please, Harriet Breaker. And that would be a really good thing to do. Okay, kids, I'm just about out of time because I got another client, but this Sunday, in 2 days, I will be doing oversharing. Oversharing. Why does the target of abuse run back to the abuser and tell them everything? What? So we're going to talk about oversharing and how to stop that, because that's really dangerous for you if you're the target of abuse, and it's really frustrating if you're not the target of abuse and you're watching somebody who is the target of abuse run back to the abuser and tell them everything that the abuser should not know. So we're going to talk about that. All right, guys, have a good couple of days. I will see you Sunday at noon, and the topic will be oversharing. All right, talk to you later. Bye.